Hello, we're going to talk about worms today. And we've got some worms. No, not here. Here. So we're going to feed them, water them, check them out, make sure everything is good. What we want to do is first look at them. Let's look at them.
Let's look at it.
Would you just look at it?
So we're going to tell you which varieties. So which worms are these, babe?
These are the Nightcrawlers.
Yeah, we've never done them before, so we're...
Nope, they're the... Actually, I forgot the name.
Oh, I can't remember. The Georgia Nightcrawlers?
Geez, I'm crow. I guess I forgot.
I forgot too. We got them from
They're
Jim's.
Nightcrawlers. There was a last minute spur buy. We just wanted some Nightcrawlers, and I just clicked on the Nightcrawler thing. So here, we can lift this up, and they should be underneath.
They should
right
be.
above.
Yeah,
They're quick. Oh, they're not there now.
Uh-oh. Dig around and see.
It's because this isn't wet. They like moisture.
And I have the light
one right
on.
there.
Yeah, I see him.
Now if I just... he's gone.
Oh, he gone.
So we put vegetable compost. You can put pieces of cardboard. Anything really. They like melon. Like we have some cucumber.
Oh, let me show.
From eating our cucumbers.
Yeah.
And we peeled it, and this is what they'll eat. And now, when I say they'll eat it, they, contrary to belief or whatever, people say they'll eat your compost, what you put in. They actually do not eat the actual fruit or vegetable. They eat what comes off of it when it biodegrades or whatnot.
Decomposes.
Yes, decomposes.
Right?
Yeah. People think, well, they eat your vegetables. No, they don't eat them. You'd have to do some more research on that. I'm not sure exactly, but I've learned that they actually don't eat the piece of fruit. They eat what decomposes off of it.
Right, because they need super soft things.
And
can we dig and see if we can find just a couple?
We'll find some.
They're in there. See them? So they're supposed to double the amount of worms in 3 months, correct, babe?
In 3 months, yes.
And in 2 months, they
Look how
make black
fast
gold.
Well,
Oh, sorry, I just tripped.
one guy just wiggled right out of my hand.
Let's
They're
look
not
how
your
healthy.
typical sized Nightcrawlers right now. They're young ones. They look like to you and I worms from the ground when you dig in your garden. But they'll grow.
We made our bin by ourselves.
Yeah, it's just a homemade bin. We just copied from what Uncle Jim's did, really. Because they come in a container like this.
Yep.
It's something you can buy at like the dollar store or something. And you don't use the cover.
Use the cover as a catch.
On the top, you use the cover to catch, they call it liquid tea or whatnot, worm tea, that you can place in your garden for your fertilizer. That's one part of fertilizer you can get, among others.
Yep.
So in the 3 months, what we'll do is, they can't stay in their feces, I guess you'd call it.
Worm
Black
castings.
gold worm
Yep.
castings.
Yep. 2 months.
They can't all stay in it. So over some period of time, they say 3 months, but I think they're going to be sooner.
I think our originals are going to be like within a month.
What we'll do is we'll end up putting all the compost to one end. And then so we'll put it all on this end, and they'll migrate all over to the end where the compost is. And then we'll take this stuff out and add new, put all this compost back over on the other side. They'll congregate over on this side for the most part. And then we'll dig out and replace it with other dirt. And you're starting all over again. What you take out is black gold, they call it. Worm castings. And you can grow really good vegetables with it.
And what I was thinking also, not to over talk you, Jeremy, but what I was thinking is in 3 months they'll double the amount of worms. They breed and make new worms.
Yes,
I guess is what you
worms
say.
are I don't even know how to say them.
No, they're male and female.
They're male and female. They have both male and females, and they do need
each other. They can't. One worm can't make another worm. They need the mucus.
There are some worms that I read that actually can. They break apart.
Oh, cool.
And you'd have to do some more research on
yeah.
that one.
So what I was thinking is we'll actually create another bin from, like, we'll take half the worms out, create another bin. Did you give him some cucumbers? Let's give him some water.
I did a little bit.
Let's give him some water.
And they like, you got to keep them damp
have,
or moist.
Yep.
And they like that. So what I'm going to do is, they seem to have liked this.
Well, yeah, I have.
Now when you pour water on cardboard, it just runs off. So I put paper towel down to hold the liquid there so it soaks into the cardboard. But cardboard breaks down, and it's good compost for your compost bin. So they love it.
They love cardboard.
They'll come right up to the top underneath of that and sit right there. So I'm going to give it a little good soaking.
And they need water because they breathe through, what is it again?
Their skin.
Their skin, and they have to have wet. If you left it dry, they would actually die. It
they need
says
to have wet.
to have the soil like a wrung out sponge.
So we'll move over to these red wigglers. That's what these guys are.
I can't say it right. Say it again.
Red wigglers.
Wrigglers.
Wigglers.
See, I can't do it. So these are our original guys.
Yep.
We've
So
had them
we're
the
just gonna
longest.
Damp the top here. So I have a water bottle in my hand.
They have burlap.
It's just pieces of burlap. We'll use a piece of cardboard. Whatever you got. This just comes with the kit. We bought a kit because we wanted to see what we're working with. And this gives you the directions and the whole shebang, the kit.
So I gave Jeremy worms for Father's Day, and that was a big joke. I was like, I gave Jeremy worms.
Yes. Ha.
So this is our original.
So
and I
these guys are much faster.
They're
If you lift over a
heavy,
piece,
though.
you'll see them like move. Well, that guy isn't. Right there,
Oh.
he's gone. I mean, it's hard to see.
Maybe we can try
Supposedly,
to dig
one of
down.
their favorite things is like melons.
Let's dig a little to
We
find
will.
them.
Yep.
These are the regular.
Wiggler.
Can't say it. Oh, there. Yeah, and these guys are close to like black gold. You can see the color has changed of the soil. And
Look how fast they are. That's why they call them wigglers.
I can't believe we can keep them in a container, but they do well.
Yep, they don't. You think they would leave, but they don't like light. So sometimes when you get your worms, they'll try to escape, and you don't want that. So what they recommend is you put light. So we put a light above. They don't like the light, so they'll bury down a few inches, and that keeps them in their bin. And then after a while, they'll get used to their surroundings, and you feed them well, they'll stay. So we're just using the light now so you can see.
We don't
use the
have
light
to
anymore.
use it anymore. Did you want to put some cucumbers in
Oh,
there?
yes.
How does the soil feel to you? Is it wet enough, or should we put a little?
It's kind of dry. I mean, it's not dry, but we will give them some water. And when you give them water, it'll soak down. It'll wash through the media, and the dirt. And it'll come down and be caught in your basket. There's holes in the bottom. And you collect that. That's the black gold. It's like a coffee filter.
And you don't need anything fancy. We got this water bottle at the Dollar Tree.
And you don't want to overfeed them. Overfeeding them is just as bad as underfeeding them. You will get to realize you'll have to just watch and pay attention. We're new, so we've been just reading up. You have to make sure there is food, but you don't want to have too much food. I do not know the consequences of too much food. So we just give them a little bit at a time, and we're just still learning. So you can give them too much water, but you'd have to give them a lot to be too much. So they like it damp. Then you cover that back up. This burlap helps light also. So they want to stay underneath that. So those are
Those are the oldest.
Our oldest red wigglers. They're doing great.
Yeah, they are. I'm so happy.
So this is our new red wiggler.
And we bought a bigger kit just to try it out.
So it's been weeks before we got that. We're liking it. So we're thinking we want more worm castings. So we went and did it a big. And this is gonna double within, they say 3 months. So we're gonna have to probably get a bigger container because there's gonna be a lot more worms. So we'll just give this a spray down.
And this is the one that we showed you guys on YouTube, the unboxing. So it's been a week since the unboxing. That was last week.
This is a bigger thing, so they can have more water. That's a little faster. So we'll open this and see what we got. So we got some carrot pieces that were in the fridge that we didn't eat. Melon. This is a cucumber. We had melon pieces in there.
Yeah, we did.
Usually you lift up a piece and, oh, there he goes.
I don't think I caught him.
No, that's all right. I can...
and I think there's like, was it 1,000 in here?
This is 1,000, yep.
See there? Oh, there they are. I see some. There they are. They're all happy.
Oh yes, it looks
They're
like a
so active.
ant farm or whatnot.
These ones we had a problem with when we first got them. They kept getting out. We would come down in the morning and find them all over the place. We're in our basement right now. Excuse the mess, but
That's when we turned the light on, and it took them a little bit to acclimate. They didn't quite,
they didn't understand where they're supposed to stay.
And the other thing is you want to keep your compost on the top.
Yeah.
You don't want the compost buried. I call it compost. This is going to be compost, so I just call it compost.
Food scraps.
Food scraps. They say nothing citrus, so no lemon, lime, orange, grapefruit, nothing like that.
No meat.
We don't put meat.
No dairy.
No dairy. This is a little bit dry. We're going to put a little bit more
I was
water.
going to say that. It is dry.
If you want worm tea, you're going to have to put a little bit more water.
Yeah.
So as if you see here, we watered these guys, but underneath,
We don't really
there's starting to be
too much. And that's called worm tea.
And this isn't probably good worm tea. It probably just run off real quick through. You want it to soak through, so it gives it time and then drip. So that's why you got to put more water. So I'm going to cover these guys back up, make them all happy. They probably woke them up. I don't think they sleep.
They're so active, these ones. Uncle Jim's worms are amazing if you want to order some online.
We don't get any benefits from Uncle Jim's. We just...
Right.
They were a very good place to order from. They're good customer service, reviews.
A lot of information.
Yep.
A blog.
If you have a question, you can contact them directly. You can email them. You can call them.
And the worms got here alive,
yep.
which is fantastic.
It's a guaranteed worm delivery. They're going to be alive. If they're not alive, they'll replace them, which is great. So we're going to give them some cucumber peelings.
We just cover the top basically with some scraps. And then we also use, as you saw in the video before, we use the worm food.
Yeah, we actually can give them. This is what they're given.
We have a lot of it too.
This is what they're given at their original place at Uncle Jim's. So we're just going to give them a little bit to keep them what they've been used to. So you just need a handful, like a little handful. Sprinkle it.
They like it.
And it reminds me of chicken food.
It does. The smell too.
The smell, just chicken feed, ground up. So that'll be good for them.
Oh wait, we gotta say hi to Callaway. You haven't been in our videos. This is our rescue cat, Callaway. How old is she?
12? Forever.
She's like 12. Good girl to say hello to everybody.
And I'm just going to put some on this side so everybody has a chance. And so we can get rid of this bowl because this is one of my favorite bowls. Oh, we got one crawling up already.
See, they're naughty.
He's an escapee.
Let's
Not
get
yet.
a close up. He's a naughty
Just
worm.
get back down. So we'll cover him back up. I'm gonna actually put a little bit more water.
We use room temp water. You don't want to shock them.
Yep, put some water in a glass and leave it out on the counter for a few hours. When you know you're gonna water them, I say water them like you're growing them, but you are.
You are. Okay.
Yes, sir. And that's it.
That's it.
I think so.
All right. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed our video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like our videos and comment.
Because we're awesome.
Because we're awesome. And we'll see you all later.